Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. We meet again in another English online session. So, today is already our third week together. And I hope all of you are doing fine and still excited to learn with me. Let's start our lesson. So, as usual, before we start our class, I'm going to read the objective and learning standard for today's class. As for the objective, by the end of the lesson, people should be able to talk about mommy's past events. Number 2, people should be able to identify the uses of past simple. And number 3, pupils should be able to implement the correct past simple in sentences. As for the learning standards, our main learning standard is to understand with support specific information and details of longer, simple texts. As for the complementary, we should be able to understand with support main idea of longer, simple texts. Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn English Get Smart Plus 4 Module 3 in the past. So without wasting any time, let's start our lesson for today. But before I'm going to continue our lesson for today, I would like to go through first the vocabulary that we are going to cover for today's topic. So I want everyone read after me. Number 1, mommy. Mommy. Okay, next, pyramid. Pyramid. Okay, very good. Next, body. Body. Yes, excellent. Next, dry. Dry. Okay, good job everyone. And next, wrap. Wrap. And the last one is face. Face. Okay, so these are all the vocabularies that we are going in our today's lesson. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about how mummies are mummified. Okay, first of all, during the ancient times, the Egyptians washed the dead body first before they mummified the mummy. After that, they removed all the organs from the body except the heart, all the brains, the lungs, and all of the organs in our body except for heart, they removed from the body. And after that, they kept all these organs in canopic jars. Each canopic jars stores different organs. Then the body then dried for 40 days in salt after all the organs have been removed. And then the ancient of Egyptians also wrapped the mummies in bandage. Next, then most of the times they will put a mask on the face of the mummies. However, sometimes they also painted a face on the mummies. After that, the Egyptians put mummies in a pyramid. And lastly, the Egyptians also made mummies of cats. And do you know why they would do like that? Okay, this is because they thought that this cat will accompany the mummies in a pyramid. Okay, now it's time for quiz. So before we start our quiz, I would like all of you to take a piece of paper and a pencil. Jot down your answer before teacher reveals the answer and compare with teacher's answers before calculate the total scores. So, shall we start our quiz? Let's go. Okay, this is the quiz that I take from your workbook, and so let's start our quiz. What do you know about mummies? Do the quiz and find out. What do you know about mummies? Number 1. To make a mummy, ancient Egyptians washed or wrapped the body first. So which one the answer? They washed the body first. Very good. Number 2. Mummies dried for 40 or 10 days. Which one is the answer? Yes, correct. It's 40 days. Number 3. Ancient Egyptians wrapped mummies in cloth or bandages. Which one? Yes, the mummies is wrapped in bandage. Number 4. Sometimes Egyptians painted a face or hair on mummies. Which one is the correct answer? Yes, the Egyptians painted a face on mummies. And number 5. Egyptians put mummies in houses or pyramids. Yes, correct. Is put the mummies in pyramids. And the last one, Egyptians also made mummies of cats or mice. Yes, it's made of cats. So now all of you can calculate the answer, and if you got the full marks, congratulations, you did a great job. Okay, so now let's move on to our grammar. Before we start our grammar for today, I wanna ask you, do you notice that during I read the vocabulary and we did some exercise just now, some of the words are ends with ed or ied. And do you know what does it means? Yes, so today I would like to teach you some of the past tense. Let me give you some example here. Wrap, and the original words for wrap is WRAP without ed, right? So for the past tense, it will be wrapped. Next, washed. Original words for washed is WASH without ed. So for the past tense, it will be plus ed at the end of the word. Next, painted. Original words for painted without ed at the end of the words. Next, dried. And the original words for dried is DRY, only DRY. And the past tense for dried will plus IED at the end of the word. And then made. And the original words for made is make, M-A-K-E, make. And lastly, we have put. And this one is no change. The original words for put is also put, P-U-T. And for the past tense, it is no change. So, what all of this is called? And this is, we call simple past tense. So today, I'm going to tell you in details about simple past tense. Okay, what is simple past tense? Simple past tense shows that you are talking about something that has already happened in the past. Therefore, you should know that the example of the times that has been used in the simple past tense. So the example of the time that has been used in the past tense are last night, last night, last week, last week, last year, last year, last Thursday, or what day is it? Is also as long as it is right as last. Then yesterday, yesterday, a minute ago, a minute ago, an hour ago, an hour ago, and just now, just now. To make it easier, as long as you saw the word last and ago, it is can be categorized as past tense. It is already happened in the past. In general, most of the simple past tense, we just only need to add ed to past simple regular verbs. For examples, washed, washed, painted, painted, called, called, watched, watched, kick, kick, and played, played. Okay, so as you can see here, most of the verbs are only we need to add ed at the end of the verbs. So in general, this is a general understanding that everyone should know if you want to use a simple past tense. However, there are exceptions. And what are these exceptions? So, beside of adding ed at the end of the verbs, we also can plus ied, consonant plus ied, irregular, and no change. So I'm going to explain to you one by one that for these 4 exceptions. Okay, first let me go through IED first. When do we should use IED at the end of the words? So we will use IED that verbs that end with letter Y. For example, here we have carry, become, carried, and the original verb for carry is end with Y, and we change it to simple past. Will be replaced Y with IED. Hence, there is no longer letter Y in the simple past form. And for the other examples, we have cry, become cried, dry, become dried, fry, become tried, fry, become fried, and apply, become applied. So all of the verbs that end with Y, we should replace it with IED to make it for simple past form. Okay, next we move to consonant plus ED. When should we use consonant plus ED? We will use consonant plus ED to the verbs that end with vowel, which are A, E, I, O, U, and consonants which are excluded from A, E, I, O, U, and the rest of the letter is considered as consonant in English alphabets. Example here, dog. To make it to the simple past tense, we must add one more consonant plus ED. To make you guys easier, the green color of the words is consonant. As you can see over there, the jog letter, the end of the letter is end with consonant, which is G. So if we want to make it to the simple past tense, we must add one more consonant plus ed. So it will be like JOG plus one more G, which is consonant, and plus ed. So the other example we have here are rap become wrapped, clap become clapped, grab become grabbed, spot become spotted, rob become robbed. Okay, next we move to irregular. What does irregular means? Irregular means spelling of the verbs in simple past is totally different than the original form. In this situation, I cannot explain to you when should we use irregular. However, all you need to do is just remember that irregular is something that the words itself is totally different than the original form. For example, make become made, and the word make is M-A-K-E, which is the original form. If you want to use it in the past simple verbs, we just need to change to M-A-D-E. So the word itself is totally different than the original. Then we have take become took, swim become swam, eat become ate, drink become drank, and speak become spoke. Okay, last but not least, we have no change. No change is spelling of the verbs in simple past remains the same as original form. It means that it doesn't matter if the words in simple past or not, it will remain the same as original form. For example, put, cut, hit, shut, hurt, burst. So as you can see over there are 6 verbs in the slides that are no change, even though it is used in the simple past. So you just need to remember that some of the words we should add ed at the end of the verbs, we should add ied, and we should add consonant plus ied, and also some of the words have no change and remains the same as original form. Okay, so we move on to exercise. I would like to test all of you whether all of you understand or not what we have learned today. Okay, so first and foremost, all you need to do is look at the time in the sentence. So it shows that last night, so it's obviously we must use a simple past tense. Look at the verbs in the bracket over there, which is wash. All you need to do is change the verbs into simple past tense. So, number 1, John washed the dishes last night. So, what will it be in the simple past tense? Very good, it will be John washed the dishes last night. Next, we have Jasmine dry her hair just now. And the word dry, when it changed to the simple past tense, it will be dried. Very good. Jasmine dried her hair just now. Then we have Faris kicked the ball. So what should it be in the simple past? Yes, correct. It will be Faris kicked the ball. And last one, we have Jack wrapped presents yesterday. So for the simple past tense, it will be, yes, Jack wrapped presents yesterday. And I think that's all from today. And thank you everyone. See you next week.